Hey, this is Eric. Leave a message. I'll call you back. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Dad, it's Nick. I need you to call me back. It's very important. I'm starting the podcast right now. I'm here with Brendon.
Do you know who Jason Segel is? We know who he is, and we want to give you a little quiz. Do you know who Jason Segel is?
We're still leaving your dad a message.
End it.
Oh. Bye, Mr. Thune.
Bye, Mr. Thune. Oh, our dad.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
Do you know who Jason Segel is?
episode 6.
Wow.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Jeez. Seems like only like a month and a half ago we started this.
Yeah. Seems like, about 6 weeks ago.
Yeah. Right on the money. Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm surprised you're not pretending like you're jerking people off or talking
Nick,
about
come
content.
on.
What?
My aunt listens to this.
She does?
Yes, she started because I told her about your aunt.
You know, it would be great if all of our aunts listen to this.
Number 1 podcast among aunts.
Yeah. I know uncles love it.
Those molesting uncles.
You don't have to say that about my Uncle Rod.
Oh, Rod, that's a good molesting uncle name. I was my son who lives in Philadelphia, Trevor Walsh. He's 8. He became pen pals with Jerry Sandusky. So I don't know what to make of that.
I mean, that seems like something you should.
He's safe. I mean, Sandusky's locked up, so
Yeah, you should probably step in though and
maybe tell him to stop.
yeah.
I want him to. Yeah, I don't know, because I'm like not around. So I want to be the cool dad.
Yeah.
No rules, kind of.
My son's actually out front in the car right now.
Oh yeah.
So
we should probably make this one quick.
yeah,
All right. Well,
it's running. The the air's on.
We've had.
He knows how to work the window.
He knows how to work the window, the one window in your car. I don't know if we've sold any water beds.
That's so frustrating.
Yeah. Should we call our water bed
I know
guy?
that we've got listeners that have money. You know what? We need to do is we need to start a Kickstarter to raise money to buy this waterbed, and then donate it to people in where should we donate it to people that need beds?
No place that just had a flood. That would be
Send a waterbed.
Yeah, don't send a waterbed to a place that's underwater. I always thought that'd be weird, like, because I'm sure it's happened with in Japan when they had that tsunami. There was probably, because aquariums are always right kind of near the water.
Yeah.
So I always thought that'd be weird for the fish in an aquarium, like when a tsunami comes and then the aquarium's underwater, but the fish are all still trapped in their tanks and other fish are just swimming by them. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, it'd really suck. You're stuck in a tank in the ocean.
Why don't we call the waterbed store?
Okay, you want to call and check in with them?
And just tell them we're doing everything we can and see how much time we've got.
Okay.
Because, I mean, it's not too late to make a difference here. I also want to ask him again if he for sure thinks we could get mini sharks into a waterbed.
I mean, he said it's possible if you go back to episode 1, but he was like, I don't know why you'd want to do that. And I don't want to push
because I'd be
him.
worried too if one of the fins were to cut some sort of a hole. But because if you think, like they say that if you put a goldfish
Right.
in a big tank, they get as big as the tank is.
Yeah.
So if you put a baby shark into a waterbed, will it just kind of stay a bit, small baby shark?
I mean, we
will
should
it
call an aquarium and ask them that.
Yeah, I'd like to know that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We should actually call an aquarium, ask them that, so we have the information before we call
Andrew. I think his name's Andrew.
I believe it is Andrew.
Okay, so aquarium in, how about Maryland?
Yeah. We're doing Maryland today?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a city or that's a state?
That's a state.
Okay.
The Wire was filmed there.
Oh,
Baltimore.
I've actually been to Baltimore.
I think there's a
once.
big aquarium there for some reason.
Yeah, I've been to Baltimore one time. I opened for the band Mates of State.
Oh yeah, I know that band because they were
for the third week in a row, the #1 podcast on iTunes. Do you know who Jason Segel is? And that's what's turning people like the Kings of Leon onto it.
Really?
The Strokes. I don't know if you saw Julian Assange.
Julian Assange is listening to Do You Know Who Jason Segel is?
The lead singer of the Strokes.
He should, Julian Assange, now that's a guy who definitely knows who Jason Segel is.
I'd be interested if they've ever talked.
Julian Assange and Jason Segel?
I'm sure Jason's a fan of the Strokes.
Oh my God, the crowd's going out of control. Guys, calm down.
Ryan Adams tweeted about the podcast.
Ryan Adams, son of Brian Adams.
I actually got into a Twitter war with Ryan Adams once.
That sounds like something you would do.
I mean...
Why did you get in a Twitter... And you're calling it a war.
Yeah.
How long did this go on for?
About 30 minutes.
And what did you tell me?
It was very similar to the War of 1812.
Yeah, that was a short war, right?
That was a very short war. Ryan tweeted... well, first of all, I drunkenly broke something in Ryan's bar in New York once.
Okay. So he owns a bar in New York?
I think he's an investor.
Uh-huh.
And I tweeted at him to apologize. He said, hey, don't worry. He didn't say that. He just...
What did you break?
He faved my tweet. I broke a weed container that was glass.
Like a marijuana weed container in
like
the bar in New York?
Little jar of weed. It was in the back of the bar where he had escorted me. I think he was trying to get me out of there, actually.
Wait, Ryan Adams?
Yeah.
He was there?
I think he was trying to kick me out. Yeah.
Is this like a speakeasy type, like...
Yeah.
So there's not regular people there? It's just like a place where entertainers go to get a drink?
No, there's some reggies.
Okay.
But no, I tweeted at him because I knew he was following me, and I thought we had like a funny kind of back and forth. And he tweeted that he saw a stray dog on the freeway, and he got out and chased it for a mile, but couldn't get it.
Okay.
And I wrote back, bummer about the dog, but did you time that mile?
Okay.
And he blocked me. And I then, screenshot that he blocked me, posted it, and said, like, I don't think that was block worthy.
Yeah.
I think, you were kind of, I don't think you need to mention that you're chasing a dog down on the freeway. And then he said, I care about animal. Then he started coming back at me, and then his fans, he's got a lot of fans.
Anybody with a lot of fans, they're not going to put up with you.
Baby, those fans.
I had Beyonce's fans coming at me for an even dumber tweet.
Oh, because of that racist thing you did.
Yeah, I said, like, I don't want to say it on the podcast, but I had some choice words for her and that African-American husband of hers. No, all I tweeted was that I'm a better dancer than Beyonce. And I guess that there's just like nitwits who search Twitter for the word Beyonce.
Yeah.
And anybody that says anything that's not, she's a queen. It was the most ridiculous Twitter war. I think this happened twice.
Did she ever acknowledge or respond?
She called me privately just to apologize for her fans. Speaking of, I'll save this for the Twitter thing, because about the goldfish getting as big as the thing you put him into.
You know what? Let's call Ryan Adams. I want to end this right now.
Okay. I'll be in Austin, Texas, November 17th and 18th, Friday and Saturday, like next weekend. So
you won't. Yeah, that's not true.
I need to make it sound like I have more going. My agent said make stuff up. I was like, I need more work. They were like, why don't you just act like you have more work?
That's smart.
That'll elevate your profile. I was like, yeah, you know what? They're like, you're a fucking actor. Act! So I have Austin, Texas, Velveeta Room, Friday and Saturday, November 17th and 18th, like next week. So get tickets. It's a small place. I'm doing 3 shows. So
I think more importantly, November 30th, get tickets to see me in Brooklyn at the Bell House.
That'll be a good, you know what? Those are both cool places to go to.
Yeah.
So if you have expendable cash after you buy a waterbed, fly to Austin, hang out there for a week.
Yeah.
And then fly up to New York, get an Airbnb in Brooklyn. They're affordable. You can get something for $150 bucks a night.
I mean, wait, quick announcement.
Oh, geez.
I want to announce that Brendon and I are officially on fire. We're on fire today.
Yeah.
This is probably our best podcast. No, it's
So far, everyone gets better than the next. And, you know, this is coming out a little bit late. All you big Segel heads will probably be tweeting to us.
You know what I'm going to do? Here's
What's
another announcement. I'm going to give Brendon a free vinyl of mine. Good Guy. It's available on Amazon.com.
It's okay. I'm all right.
I'm going to
I have
give
a lot
Brendon
of records.
I'm going to give Brendon a free vinyl. You can for Good Guy.
I appreciate the thought, but you know what? I have to get my records organized. Getting another one.
And
into
I
the
think
mix
throwing one more into the mix would really be what kicks you.
It's
in.
not.
And I'm going to also give Brendon a free CD, DVD, my first album, Thick Noon. It's also available on Amazon.com. Brendon is walking out today with
some prizes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the crowd's going wild.
Let's give Ryan Adams a phone call.
Shut up, crowd. So Austin, Brooklyn, you got it, and then we'll start doing. Maybe we'll do a date together.
Yeah, you know,
somewhere.
let's see if when we call Ryan, let's see also if he'll tweet about my Brooklyn show and your Austin shows.
Do you want to do the talking since you know him?
Yeah, let me say hi.
Hello?
Hey, Ryan Adams, it's Nick Thune, and I'm here with my business partner, Brennan Walsh.
Hey, Mr. Adams, how's it going? I'm not super familiar with your music, but what I've heard is good. Sorry, that's insulting. Nick wants to talk to you.
Ryan, I want to apologize. Do you have a moment?
Yeah, I have a moment.
Ryan, I want to say I'm sorry. I think the moment at the bar in New York was awkward, and I think that even me tweeting at you about how fast you can run a mile definitely took it the wrong direction.
All right, I do forgive you.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah,
Oh my
no
God,
problem.
the audience is going insane.
Thank you,
Oh,
Mr.
really?
Adams. And actually, I have an announcement to make. Are you there, Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Ryan,
here.
my friend and business partner Brendon has a quick announcement.
This is Brendon Walsh, and I have a quick announcement. On my way home today, I'm going to download a Ryan Adams album.
Wow.
Well, thank you so much. That means I can have dinner tonight. I really appreciate that.
It's almost hard to hear Ryan through the
Yeah.
audience.
All right, Mr. Adams, thanks for your time.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, thank you. Take care. Have a good night, you
Have
guys.
a
And
good
enjoy my
day.
music.
Keep on rocking.
Will do. Bye-bye.
All right, love
All
you.
right,
Bye.
see you, Ryan.
He seemed fine.
Yeah.
He didn't even seem
I don't
bothered
think
by
he's.
the whole
I don't even know if he remembers who I am.
thing. Yeah.
Let's call an aquarium.
Yeah, I already had it tuned up. The aquarium was a bust,
Yeah.
so we're going to call a fish store.
Just want you guys to know.
Is it a weird joke to become pen pals with Jerry Sandusky? I guess that's weird, huh?
I don't know.
Like if I just started writing to him.
Can I help you?
Hi, how's it going? Who's this?
This is Kelsey.
Oh, hey, Kelsey. This is Brendon Walsh, and I'm here with Nick Thune.
Okay.
We had a question about Nick. You guys don't deal with sharks at all, do you?
Like saltwater sharks?
Yeah.
Sometimes we have them.
Well, we had a question where Nick was conceived on a waterbed. Well, we have a waterbed.
Well, let's get this out of the way,
Okay.
though. Kelsey, do you know who Jason Segel is?
Say that again.
Do you know who Jason Segel is?
Are you talking the actor?
Yes.
Sounds like a confirmation. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Brennan. And Brennan, what were you saying?
We were wondering if we have a waterbed that we want to put a shark inside of, like a little shark. It's like it's a waterbed, clear mattress so you can see inside of it. and we wanted to put a shark in there. And we have all the equipment, so we know that it can survive inside there. But we were curious because you know how goldfish get they only get as big as the tank they're in.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same for sharks?
Not necessarily, no.
So they could outgrow that waterbed.
Possibly, yes. Usually they need several 100-gallon size tanks, usually.
Even a small shark?
I mean, if you start with a small one, you'd have a lot more time before you need a bigger one, but for the long term, you'd need something a lot bigger.
We could swap it out then. Yeah, because we don't want it to get too big, because then you're just mostly sleeping on shark at a certain point if the shark fills up the mattress. But it's possible we can have the small one in, but we're going to have to transfer him out once he gets... And
another question I have, because obviously goldfish are pretty harmless. These sharks, if you start to, build a relationship with them at a young age, are they going to, stay cool, or do you think that at some point they might kind of bite the hand that feeds them? Literally.
Can they be domesticated?
It's honestly hard to say with that. I mean, I have heard of people who will kind of pet them, or they know how to hand feed them.
Yeah.
But it is hard to say how they will be as they get older, honestly.
A friend of mine growing up, they rescued a shark. They had a rescue shark. And the shark, you never really could trust it, as far as, petting it and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Do you guys do rescue sharks, or do you guys just do shark babies?
Occasionally we'll get some bigger ones in, maybe like a foot or so, but a lot of times we'll get more smaller baby ones in.
Because they get these, those those like shark farms or whatever, where
shark mills.
They breed these sharks
and sharks are born live, right? They're not born in eggs.
Actually, they are in eggs, but when they come out,
they hatch right away.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And that's the thing too. They say you don't count your sharks until they hatch, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
And whales are fish, though, right?
Whales are mammals.
Oh, right. That's what I meant. You guys don't deal with sea mammals. It's just fish, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, I had along the lines, and you might not know this, but I had a theory about myself with the goldfish. How they can get, they can regulate how big they get. And they get bigger. Okay. Probably almost about 10 years ago, I found a really nice pair of shoes at a used, it was like a secondhand, like a Buffalo Exchange type place. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. And they were really nice shoes, but they were like a half a size too big, but I could still wear them. And I think my feet got bigger.
Interesting. To fit into those shoes.
Yes, I think I have goldfish feet. Because then I went back down to my normal size after those shoes got worn out.
Have you ever heard of goldfish? Is goldfish feet a thing? Do you know?
No, I've never heard of that.
Do you guys how many customers do you have in there right now?
I don't know. I'm at the counter, but probably a couple dozen.
Do you have a public address system there?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a PA system that you can make an announcement over?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Would you ask if they know who Jason Segel is?
That I can't do.
Oh, okay.
Do you know who Nick Thune is?
What's that?
Do you know who Nick Thune is?
No.
Yeah, you wouldn't know who that is. Kelsey, you've been great. Thanks for answering our questions. We're going to look into this shark waterbed thing, and we'll be back in touch with you. But you've been a real pleasure.
Okay.
Thanks, Kelsey.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Kelsey.
You're welcome.
Love you.
Bye.
I love you.
Bye.
Okay, love you.
Bye.
Okay, love you. She wouldn't say it, but she was...
There's got to be some sort of an issue with her in love. Maybe accepting.
I have an announcement to make.
Oh, God. Here it comes.
I'm in love with Kelsey.
Oh!
Thank God my significant other does not listen to this podcast. because this would really fuck her up. But
Yeah.
I have Kelsey's work number, and I'm going to pursue her off the clock.
You know what's kind of cool for me? A quick announcement. Is
Okay. Oh boy. Okay.
I today saw true love for the first time when I saw you meet Kelsey.
Yeah, right.
Because
I feel
I'm
10
sitting
years
here
younger.
watching you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird feeling. It's kind of like that. You know, it's kind of like when Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting says, had to go. It was about a girl.
About his old lady or his dead wife or something.
Because
fell in
she had
love with her.
farted in
Yeah, the fart story. Kelsey, not only do I have goldfish feet, I think I have a goldfish heart because my heart is getting bigger and more full of
that
love.
would say that your body's getting bigger. Your heart's filling it.
Actually, you have to go to a hospital. I might have to go to a hospital. It's an enlarged heart. Kelsey, you saved my life. Wait, there was another place we were going to call too.
We were going to call Andrew. I think that's his name.
Oh, the waterbed guy. Let's save that for the end because
maybe we don't do that.
He's going out of business.
We just need to know details because we do need to get this Kickstarter going.
God, that's a bummer. I don't want to. This will be the last. Well, you know what? I mean, I think that's a good offer. You buy a waterbed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should call the guy. I don't think the guy put a number in his email. You just buy a waterbed. We can give it to another listener. We can do like a contest or something. Do some kind of Jason Segel based, like we can get two
My
people
son
to
could
call
be
in.
sleeping on a waterbed.
They have waterbeds for kids?
Yeah. They'll do junior waterbeds. They do adult waterbeds.
Well, why don't you just buy your son a waterbed then? Because you're stingy.
Can't believe you called me out like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's an official Jason Segel. Do you know Jason Segel's announcement? I hereby decree that Nick Thune is stingy and will not buy his son a waterbed, so his son will not grow up with proper flotation or get to conceive Nick's grandchildren on a waterbed. How great would that be? Full circle. Your son, 18 or 20 years from now, 25, whenever he wants to start having a family, conceives on a waterbed just like you.
And who knows if it's with your daughter or not.
Could be. I mean, it'll be it's age appropriate.
Yeah, she should be at that point fully grown.
I mean, in 20 years, I hope she's fully grown.
Let's call Kelsey back and just ask about the salt
I don't want to bug Kelsey.
I just want to
she
ask
was
her
so
if we can
sweet.
acquire salt water.
If they sell salt water and what the prices are?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe someone else will answer.
No, if they do, we're asking for Kelsey.
Well, we could also ask them if they know who Jason Segel is. The only reason we're here.
Kelsey.
You do the talking.
Mm-hmm. You're nervous?
Yeah.
I've never seen you nervous. How many autographs have you gotten?
Couple.
From who?
Drew Carey.
Yeah? Who else?
Bart Coleman.
Bart Coleman.
Yeah. I think that Kelly's dusting our call now.
It's Kelsey, first of all.
Jesus
can't
Christ.
believe it. This is why you guys will never work out.
I could use a different number, and we could see if we can bust her on avoiding us. It's a lot of work. I could go for a margarita. All right. Kelsey's not answering. All right. Here's a plate. Let's just try this.
And I do want to, actually, quick announcement.
Oh, boy. Well, I can't. Okay. Hold on. It's a lot of buttons to work with.
While we're making the call, I am officially...
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Montgomery Mall. This is Arizu. How can I help you?
I have two questions. One is my is my mommy there? Has my mommy been by there today?
It's who?
My mommy?
Your mommy.
Yeah. I'm a grown man, but I can't find my mommy.
Oh, I'm so sorry for you.
Do you know who Jason Segel is?
Are you bored?
Do you know who Jason Segel is?
No, I don't know who Jason Segel is.
Oh, I wanted to make an announcement. This is Nick, by the way, Brendon. I'm here with my partner, Brendon.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to announce that I am officially the CEO of this podcast.
Who? Am I on speakerphone?
No, but there's two of us on the phone.
Oh, okay, so what is now your
My name's...
your thing that...
I'm
What do
Brendon
you
Walsh.
need?
I'm Nick.
I'll be on this upcoming season of Drunk History, Comedy Central. Nick Thune, he's going to be on a Colin Hanks show called, what's it called? This Is
Life in Pieces.
Life in Pieces. And we're calling around. We're doing a podcast. We're just seeing if you know who Jason Segel is.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I cannot help you there.
That's okay. What's the biggest bra you sell there?
The biggest bra is not your size.
No, but just what size is it?
It's 42.
42, what?
Triple D.
Triple D. Is that the biggest
Yeah.
bra you've ever seen?
No, I've seen a bigger one.
Do you guys have like a joke bra back in like
Okay,
the back
I
room?
gotta go because
What-
I have a business to run,
Okay.
and if there is
How
no
big-
serious questions, then I would say goodbye and have a great day.
Okay,
I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
How big's the
You're
biggest bra you've ever seen, though? Damn it. Nick, you fucked me up.
I fuck
You
you up.
stepped on. I was asking about big bras. This podcast is stupid.
I want to announce the official treasurer of our podcast is Brendon.
I'm not the no,
Yes,
and you're
you
not.
are.
We're co-CEOs.
I'm the CEO, and you're the treasurer.
All right, let's call a bank in Maryland to see what kind of paperwork we have to fill out to become CEOs and treasurers of our podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Brendon Walsh, CEO of the Do You Know
No,
Jason
that
Segel
is
is
not.
podcast, and I have an announcement.
You're the
Sometime
treasurer.
in 2018, I will be going off the grid because I'm tired of being tracked by my phone, and I'm tired of the cameras watching me go to the bathroom. This has been an official announcement by CEO and treasurer
I'm gonna make a
Brendon.
quick announcement on top of that, if you don't mind hitting that. Hey guys, this is the president of Do You Know Who Jason Segel is? Nick Thune, and I just want to make an announcement that I'm staying on the grid because one person on this podcast should be on the grid. And as president, there's a lot of phone calls and emails.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the executive producer, showrunner, and creator of Do You Know Who Jason Segel is podcast, I will be going off the grid, but you will still be able to get in touch with me through my assistant, Nick Thune, or through various managers and agents in my employment. This is let it be known. This is an official announcement. Let it be known.
There's
Thank you.
another announcement that I have to make. As the head of the studio for Do You Know Who Jason Segel is and the president, I, Nick Thune, will take over all responsibilities for answering emails and phone calls as our secretary and treasurer and CFO, Brendon Walsh, who is our chief financial officer, will handle all of the logistics and all the bullshit that I don't like to do.
And that was an announcement from the Do You Know Who Jason Segel is secretary,
Showrunner.
Nick Thune,
Head of the studio.
the head of the go fetch us some coffee. That was a good announcement. Now go put on another pot of coffee, Nick, while the CEO, creator, and
We will
King.
make sure
king of the podcast.
the king.
All right, so we'll settle this. This is a national bank in. This is gonna be such a never-ending phone tree. It's like a Tim and Eric style.
Para español, presione el
You want to try to
cinco.
do it in Spanish?
Thank you for calling the Southside Marketplace branch. Please, gracias por llamar a la sucursal de Southside Marketplace. Por favor, seleccione una de las siguientes opciones.
See if we can figure it
Para
out.
servicio automatizado de su cuenta personal, presione el 1. Para servicio automatizado de su cuenta comercial, presione el 2. Para servicios relacionados con hipotecas, presione el 3.
I don't know.
Para las horas de oficina o para hablar con un agente bancario en esta sucursal,
0.
presione el
You think
0.
0?
Yeah.
Para escuchar el
Now, do you think this person's going to be speaking Spanish?
That's what I can't wait to see.
Welcome. Can I help you?
Yeah, hi. This is the president of our podcast, Nick. I'm here with my partner and secretary, Brendon Walsh.
Well, I'm the CEO of the podcast. Do you know who Jason Segel is? Do you know who Jason Segel is, by the way?
No.
You don't know. You never
How
heard
can I
of
help you?
Well, we need to. I'm the CEO.
And
of
I'm the
podcast.
president, and obviously I kind of run the whole operation. We're trying to figure out what type of paperwork we need.
What kind of forms do we need to make it official of me being the CEO and Nick being like
President, and
president
probably
or secretary or whatever?
Are you trying to reach corporate? Is that what you're trying to
Sure.
reach?
I guess.
But, I mean, do you know about paperwork and what we would need to fill out for me to obviously
No, I do.
be in charge of
No,
everything?
I don't.
I'm sorry.
Let me give you the custom.
Okay, before you do, can I make an announcement really quick?
Yes.
I hereby decree, let it be known that we're going to get the phone number for the... Are you there, ma'am? Let it be known. She hung up on us. Let me make an announcement. Let it be known. We've been hung up on by the lady at the bank because she doesn't have time. She doesn't know who Jason Segel is anyway, so she can go jump in the lake.
I want to make a quick announcement. I just zip tied Brendon's keys to a cable.
Mm-hmm. There we go. So now I can't get home. That's insubordination. Folks, if you run a business and your secretary zip ties your keys to your Rari to a cable, that's grounds
Keys to
for
your what?
Rari. I drive a Rari, dude. You know this.
I do know that. I just think it's fun. Every time you pull up in a Ferrari, I think you look so
It's the
dumb.
silliest.
You do look dumb in it.
I do it as a joke.
Yeah.
Okay, we're calling Andrew. Ready, Nick, to work your charm? Here we go. God, I hope. Listen, guys, you buy a waterbed, we come to your house, we do a podcast, we do a show in your town. It's that simple.
Good afternoon, waterbed.
Andrew, hey, it's Nick and Brendon.
Hey.
How's it going?
Okay, what's up?
We're just calling to check in to see if we helped you sell any waterbeds over the past couple of weeks.
No.
Nothing.
Nothing.
We're doing everything we can over here. We just want you to know that.
I understand that.
We're gonna get you. Well, we're gonna sell. We're gonna work it out. You're gonna be there. You'll still be around after Thanksgiving, you think?
Maybe after Thanksgiving, if things, Listen, I just had another, not an epiphany, but just realization. Probably what you guys already know is that, obviously people are not interested in flotation because they don't hear about it and they've pretty much forgotten about it.
Mm-hmm.
But also, there was this NPR thing on today that just had to do with the psychology of, it was like 1984 and Brave New World
Right.
kind of psychology, how the whole concept is.
Like groupthink or whatever.
Well, give people simple, happy thoughts, and then they just go along.
Yeah.
And then pretty soon, you're just like the sheep. You're just going along. I'm confident that that's what's happened with flotation, but it's, the fact that it's complicated by the negative profitability of being able to deliver the product for, people that sell it out of brick and mortar.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that people that are selling Tempur-Pedic or Posture-Pedic or Beauty Rest or stuff like that, I mean, untrained people can deliver that. You're both qualified to do that.
Yeah.
But it takes you 5 minutes, even being unqualified, to make that delivery. For water, it takes a couple of hours to do a delivery, and you have to have at least some minimal training to do it. So,
So we'd probably have to, if somebody bought like in California, we would have to probably fly you out to help install.
I tell people that I will do that, but I only fly first class.
Okay. Well,
I'm teasing with you.
We did call a fish store.
We called a fish store to find out what we would need to put a shark in a waterbed, but that doesn't really.
Yeah.
It's not.
Putting a shark in a waterbed is the kind of thing that would probably pique interest, certainly pique a click or two on the American mentality, so to speak. It'd
Publicity stuff.
Point of interest. Yeah, yeah.
Well, we're working hard. We're gonna sell a waterbed for you. We'll be back in touch. We'll check in with you next week, and we're promoting it. We're gonna sell you at least one waterbed before Thanksgiving.
Let me give you another thought.
Okay.
Here, and this is just because I've experienced this for decades, and when I have another thought come in, I have a lot of forgiveness for the public, and they're not caring about the product because they have been overpowered by marketing, and these guys are a lot smarter than we like to give them credit for. The people that I'm kind of have my axe to grudge with is the medical community.
Yes.
The medical community, because of my experience with my own grandfather and my father. My grandfather died in '87. He was sleeping on water, and I got a soft side waterbed put into his rehab facility.
Okay.
He slept on it for 6 months and never got a pressure sore.
Wow.
My dad was sleeping on water. He broke his leg, got put on a sophisticated air type hospital bed, and that was, they put it in his apartment. Hospice was kind of working with that anyway. But he got pressure sores, began getting pressure sores within 2 weeks of when he got put on that sophisticated piece of equipment. And so the bottom line is that my dad ended up living to be 102, but his last 9 months of life were way more miserable than they had to be because
of the hospital.
They decided that they decided that he couldn't be on water, and I was not strong enough. I blame myself for not really being a pain in the ass. I slept on his waterbed in the other room, and I never, I let him sleep in the living room with that piece of shit, and I feel badly about it personally.
Well, you can't beat yourself up over it now.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm just saying, I'm telling you about it, that I got the product back in the 80s, and I didn't even really try real hard for a bed for my dad. And I don't, it's just, it's the way it is. But I'm just sharing that experience that had a quadriplegic call a few years ago, and he made a statement that stuck in my head. It says that Christopher Reeves would still be alive if he had been sleeping on water.
Huh.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah, Superman. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know why he died, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know what the final.
Decubitus ulcer, a bed sore that went septic and got into his system and killed him.
Oh, no kidding! I didn't know that was it. I thought maybe he drowned in his fluids or something.
No.
Oh boy.
No. Well, obviously, he fell off got thrown from a horse and broke his neck. That was the start.
Mm-hmm.
But the end was because of a bed sore that went what they call septic or something like that. When it actually gets into your bloodstream.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's.
So I appreciate what y'all are doing. But y'all gave me a ray of hope a few months ago when we first talked, and
it's not
I know
over
you're
yet.
working on it.
It's not over yet, and that's every time we talk to you, we get more information. That's another selling point for anybody who has ailing parents, losing mobility. Get them a waterbed. We're going to sell a couple beds before Thanksgiving, I hope. We're working on it.
I wish.
Oh, what happened? You there? Hello? I don't know what happened. That wasn't me. So, well, Nick's totally checked out. He's fucking playing with his phone over there. So I guess that's the end of the podcast.
Sometimes the
Make an
CEO
announcement
needs
here.
to
No. Yeah, the CEO needs to say that's the end of the podcast.
needs to check
And
his emails and maybe have some official business to deal with.
ladies and gentlemen, we'll get in touch with the. We do have a listener who's willing to buy a waterbed. So maybe we can. I think that's a good. That would really add another dimension to this, where we
get that guy's phone
three
number.
people. Yeah, I'll get his phone number, and then we do a. We could do like a game show style, Jason Segel themed something, and we give away a waterbed as a prize.
Yeah.
And even if you get it as a prize, well, I guess the guy who buys it, our listener, I don't have his name up. Don't be offended, listener. But we would go to his house to do the podcast.
And next week we will have some fun Jason Segel facts and maybe even know what he's up to.
Yeah, we'll have some more Jason Segel info next week. Ladies and gentlemen, this is as the creator, executive,
And as
producer,
the head of the
and,
studio, I want to say thank you guys
king
so
of
much
the Jason Segel.
for being
Do you
a
know
part
who
of this
Jason
today.
Segel is? Universe.
And as the president, you try and kind of downplay it, but I'm
this is
honored
Brendon Walsh.
to be in charge. This is Nick.
Or do you know who Jason Segel is?
Brendon,
Signing out.
obviously our treasurer and secretary.
We know who he is, and we want to give you a little quiz. Do you know